After you get an admission to study in the United States, one of the things the school will ask you to do is to send a bank statement. The bank statement will show that you have funds to cover your expenses while you are studying in the United States for 1 year. So the requirement is for 1 year. So even if you are doing a course that is beyond 1 year, the law says that you should have proof of funds to cover your expenses for 1 year in the United States. Your expenses includes the tuition fee, the living expenses, accommodation, food, and everything you are going to spend for the entire 1 year, because you are not allowed to work while on study visa in the United States. You may be allowed to work 20 hours a week while the school is on, and 40 hours a week while the school is on break, but you should not bank on it. You should not bank on it, because you are only allowed to work on campus. So some campuses don't have an on-campus job. So it doesn't mean that if you don't have a campus job, then you are not going to study. No. That is why they still require you to provide a bank statement that shows you have funds to cover your expenses for 1 year. And I've said this before in my previous video, but let me say it again. Even the money you will get while working on campus, that is the 20 hours and all those things, it is not enough to do anything significant. It's just enough to pay basic bills like water bill. It's not even enough to pay rent. So it depends on what you are doing and the kind of job you have, the campus job you have. Some people have assistantship, PhD position, and all these positions that pay enough money, but you should not bank on it if you don't have funding. If you are not giving full funding, don't bank on campus job, because you are not even supposed to work. It's just like something extra to add to you. So don't bank on it. So that is why the school will ask you to bring a bank statement that shows you have enough money to cover your expenses. And the requirement is that you should bring a bank statement that is not older than 6 months old. So it doesn't mean you should generate a 6 months bank statement. Some accounts do a lot of transactions in a day. So if you ask them to generate a 6 months bank statement, I mean, that is even ridiculous. Nobody will ask you to do that. Even the school themselves cannot even read it if you generate a 6 months bank statement. So what they are asking you is to bring a bank statement that is not more than 6 months old. So I see a lot of people generating 6 months back statement, say, oh, the school asked me to bring 6 months, but that is not what they asked you. What they asked you is to bring a statement that is not older than 6 months old. So even if you generate a 1 week statement, that is enough, as long as it was not generated beyond 6 months ago. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So generate a statement, even if 1 day statement, 2 week statement, 1 month statement, depending on how much transactions you do on the account. But this does not mean that you should not check with your school the specific thing they require. Some schools will ask you specifically to do it 1 month, 2 months, or whatever month they ask you to do it. But you are not required to generate a 6 months bank statement. No. Stop burdening yourself, bringing a lot of documents, large documents like 6 months. No. Some banks in Nigeria will ask you to pay for generating the statement. So imagine generating a 6 months old bank statement and paying like 5 naira per page. Just calculate it and see how much you are paying. So you don't need all those things. Share this video to whoever will need it. I know that you know someone that will need it. So share it today. Thank you.